Think of a potato chip not as food, but as a fragile dry leaf. In the early days of snacking, these chips were beautiful and crisp when fresh, but they were fundamentally too delicate for the modern world. Opening a bag was a gamble. You'd often find nothing but a sad pile of salty dust and broken shards where a snack should be. Shipping chips across America back then was like trying to mail a vital letter written on a dry leaf during a violent thunderstorm, as the delivery trucks bounced along rough roads. The constant vibration acted like a hammer, crushing the product before it even reached the store. By the time that letter arrived thousands of miles away, the message was just unreadable, oily fragments. Businesses faced a massive wall. They were effectively paying to ship nothing but bags of air because the chips were so fragile. The bags had to be puffed up with nitrogen, leaving trucks half empty and logistics costs skyrocketing. This air was a barrier that kept small local brands from ever scaling into the national icons we know today. This wasn't a problem a chef could cook their way out of. It required a total shift in the engineering mindset. They had to stop seeing the potato as a vegetable and start treating it like a structural component in a global machine. It was time to stop battling against the fragile nature of the leaf and start building something that could survive the storm. What if the secret to conquering the world wasn't a secret recipe, but a mathematical formula designed to protect a leaf from a storm? Hi, I'm Lena, and welcome to Bizmastery. Master your business, master your future. If you want to see how engineering saved the snack industry, subscribe now and join our masterclass in business growth. This video is for educational purposes only. Today, we're dissecting Pringles, and we're going deep into physics, legal loopholes, and the man who loved this product so much he was buried in it. The Pringles physics, scaling a snack to 140 plus countries without breaking a single chip. Let's get started. To finally conquer the dry leaf crisis, the team realized they had to move away from Mother Nature's unpredictability. They stopped trying to fix irregular potato slices and instead created a revolutionary, uniform dough. This transformation turned a fragile, natural product into a reliable, engineered material that could be shaped with absolute certainty. It was the birth of a snack that wasn't just grown, but built to survive a global journey. Next came the stroke of mathematical genius, the introduction of the saddle shape known as the Hyperbolic Paraboloid. This isn't just a fancy curve. It's a geometric masterpiece specifically designed to distribute weight so perfectly that thousands can be stacked without a single crack. Imagine an archway that never falls, providing a structural integrity that traditional chips could only dream of. By mastering this shape, they ensured that every chip became its own protective shield within the stack. Think of it through the lens of construction. Just as plywood is far stronger than a single raw plank of timber, this reconstituted snack was built for extreme durability. By breaking down the potato and rebuilding it, the engineers created a snack capable of withstanding pressures that would shatter any normal chip into dust. It's like trading in a delicate glass face for a reinforced structure that can handle the bumps of any road. This structural revolution meant the snack was no longer a victim of gravity or rough handling. During transit, this shift marked the moment the industry moved from simple cooking to the world of precision manufacturing, because every single chip is now a perfect, identical twin of the next. They can be produced at lightning speeds without any errors. This uniformity is the secret engine behind global scaling, allowing the company to feed billions without losing quality. It's no longer about a chef in a kitchen, but about a high-tech system that delivers the exact same crunch from New York to Nairobi. Think of the Pringles tube not just as packaging, but as a high-tech submarine built for the roughest seas of global shipping. This rigid exoskeleton creates a pressurized, airtight sanctuary that shields our fragile potato leaves from the chaotic storms of long-distance transport. Whether crossing the bumpy Rockies or the deep Atlantic, the product remains safe and perfectly preserved inside its silver fortress. It's a masterclass in defense. ensuring that freshness is locked in from the factory gate to your living room. While a bag of chips is like trying to pack a suitcase full of balloons, these sleek tubes are engineered to fit together like heavy-duty bricks. This brilliant design allows companies to pack 3 times more product into a single shipping container compared to bulky, puffed tub bags. By eliminating wasted space, the brand turned every delivery truck into a high-efficiency transport vehicle, slashing carbon footprints and shipping costs simultaneously. It's the ultimate victory in the game of global logistics, where every square inch of space is worth its weight in gold. At the heart of this invention was a man named Dr. Fredric Baur, a genius chemist who poured his soul into every curve of that iconic tube. His pride in this creation was so profound that it became a part of his final legacy in a way that feels like a legend. When he passed away in 2008, his children honored his final request by burying a portion of his ashes inside one of his very own Pringles cans. This touching human story reminds us that behind every global product is a person who truly believed in the magic of their work. For supermarket managers across the United States, these tubes were more than just snacks, they were a revolution in retail profit because they are so compact and stackable. A single shelf can hold a massive army of product that would take up 3 times the space if it were in bags. This efficiency means more variety for the customer and significantly higher sales per square inch for the store owners. It's the reason why you can find that familiar red cylinder in almost every corner store and giant warehouse club from New York to California. Scaling a global empire isn't just about manufacturing, it's about navigating the treacherous waters of international law to protect their growth. The company engaged in a high-stakes legal battle to prove they weren't actually potato chips in the eyes of the taxman. In many countries, traditional chips are hit with a luxury tax that can eat up millions in potential profits every year. By challenging this definition, they were building a financial shield that would allow them to keep their prices affordable for everyone, everywhere. Their secret weapon in court was the science of the dough itself, arguing that their creation was more of a savory wafer than a fried slice of nature. Because the recipe uses a mix of potato, corn, and wheat, they claimed it didn't share the essential nature of a standard potato chip. This clever distinction turned a simple snack into a unique culinary category, confusing the tax collectors and fascinating the public. It was a bold maneuver that required as much creativity from their lawyers as it did from their food scientists. Every cent saved in taxes was a cent reinvested into conquering a new country across the globe. By winning these legal battles, the brand secured the healthy profit margins needed to fuel their massive international expansion efforts. In the brutal world of retail, these small percentages are the fuel that allows a company to build factories on the other side of the planet. This wasn't just about being sneaky. It was a strategic masterclass in ensuring the business could thrive in over 140 different economies. If you look closely at the label in an American supermarket, you'll notice they are officially called potato crisps instead of chips. This subtle naming choice is the lasting legacy of those high-stakes legal games. Hidden in plain sight on every shelf, it's a reminder that even the words on a package can be a vital part of a global growth strategy designed to beat the competition. Every time you pop the lid, you're tasting the result of a brilliant plan that used the law as much as physics to reach your hence. To feed a hungry planet, you need more than just a recipe. You need incredible manufacturing speed, while traditional chips are fried in slow, unpredictable batches. These are born on a high-speed Formula One conveyor belt that never stops. Imagine a silver racetrack where millions of golden chips are racing toward the finish line at breakneck speeds. This sheer velocity is the engine that allows the brand to satisfy the cravings of 140 different countries simultaneously. To master the speed, scientists had to use supercomputers to study the aerodynamics of every single chip. If the shape wasn't perfectly balanced, The chips would literally take flight and soar off the assembly line like leaves in a hurricane. They conducted intense wind tunnel tests to ensure the air flows smoothly over the curves instead of pushing the snack away. This level of aerospace engineering ensures that the production line can run at maximum speed. Without a single casualty, real global expansion happens when you can produce millions of units per day with zero human intervention. This aerodynamic design allows the machines to run at their absolute physical limit, turning production into a beautifully automated dance. Most snack companies are limited by how fast they can cook, but here, the only limit is the speed of physics itself. It's a high-stakes race where stability and speed work hand in hand to ensure the world's shelves are never empty. Whether you are standing in a plant in Tennessee or a factory in Belgium, the mechanical precision remains exactly the same. Every machine across the globe is calibrated to the micron to ensure that the crunch you hear in New York is the same as the one in Tokyo. This global uniformity is a masterclass in automation, removing the risk of human error from the entire equation by turning cooking into a precise science. They created a snack that is literally perfect every single time it hits your tongue. To understand their global dominance, think of the Pringles tube and its unique shape as the hardware of the brand, while the flavors are the software, just like a modern smartphone. The physical device stays exactly the same no matter where you are in the world. This brilliant strategy allows the company to maintain a massive, efficient manufacturing process while simply installing different local taste profiles. It's a masterclass in business stability that leaves plenty of room for endless creative customization. To truly conquer a new market, the brand must become a cultural chameleon that speaks the local language of taste. In the United States, we might crave a smoky, classic BBQ flavor, but a consumer in Japan might reach for a savory seaweed or soft-shell crab option. Because the engineered potato dough is a neutral base, it acts as the perfect blank canvas for any seasoning the world can imagine. This flexibility makes the brand feel like a local favorite in over 140 different cultures. Simultaneously, expanding into a new country is usually a logistical nightmare. But here, it's a process of low-friction expansion, since the manufacturing line is already perfected. The only thing the company needs to change is the specific seasoning powder sprinkled on top. It is far cheaper and faster to ship a new spice blend than to rebuild an entire factory or design a new product from scratch. This allows the brand to launch exciting new flavors at lightning speed, keeping their global presence fresh and highly competitive. The ultimate goal is achieving a perfect global-local balance where the business scales as one giant machine while feeling deeply personal. They maintain a single, massive global supply chain that provides the massive efficiency needed to keep prices affordable for everyone. Yet, by understanding local nuances, they ensure that a student in London and a family in Bangkok both feel the snack was made just for them. It's a masterclass in how to stay big and powerful while remaining relevant in the hearts of billions. The genius of Pringles isn't just in the engineering, it's in the multi-sensory experience that begins before you even taste a chip. That deeply satisfying pop sound when you peel back the full seal is a legendary audio logo, instantly recognizable around the world. It acts as a universal sensory hook, signaling to your brain that freshness has been hermetically sealed and is about to be unleashed. This ritual builds an incredible amount of subconscious anticipation every single time you open a new can. That famous slogan, "Once you pop, you can't stop," is rooted in advanced food science known as vanishing caloric density. Because the chip is made of a light dough, it melts incredibly fast on your tongue, tricking your brain into thinking you are consuming many calories. This bypasses your body's natural fullness signals, urging you to reach for just one more in an endless loop of crunchy satisfaction. It's a brilliant, scientifically engineered magic trick played on your taste buds. Beyond taste and sound, the The tube's design addresses the tactical frustrations of traditional snacking for the modern consumer. Unlike reaching deep into a greasy bag that coats your hands in oil, the rigid tube offers a clean, precise delivery system that keeps your fingers neat. Furthermore, the can is perfectly sized to fit snugly into a standard car cup holder, making it the ultimate, mess-free travel companion for the on-the-go American lifestyle. Finally, the visual iconography creates a sense of premium status that separates it from the competition. The bright, distinct colors and the friendly face of the mascot, officially named Julius Pringles, make the product instantly recognizable from down the aisle. Despite being a mass-market snack, the rigid, perfect packaging gives it the aura of available and good, something that feels curated, deliberate, and higher quality than a floppy plastic bag. Scaling a global empire to this level eventually requires the massive muscle of a distribution giant. We've seen this journey go from P&G to Kellogg's, and now into a high-stakes new era with the giants at Mars Inc. These multi-billion-dollar handoffs aren't just about money. They are about passing the torch to someone who can reach even further. It's like an epic relay race where each new runner brings more power and speed to the brand's global marathon. By joining forces with these industry titans, the silver tubes can hitch a ride on an already existing global network of incredible scale. Imagine the snacks sharing a giant, high-tech caravan with world-famous cereals and candies to reach the most remote rural stores in America. This synergy allows the brand to slash costs and increase efficiency in ways a standalone product never could. It turns every delivery truck into a multi-brand powerhouse that conquers the map, mile after adventurous mile. However, the very engineering that made the can a masterpiece also created a modern green challenge. The complex layers of foil, paper, and plastic that protect the chips are notoriously difficult to separate for recycling in an age where sustainability is the new frontier. This iconic design has faced intense criticism for its environmental footprint. It's a stark reminder that yesterday's logistical solution can become today's complex ecological puzzle that needs a new hero to solve it. Scaling in 2025 means innovating once again to protect the planet as much as the product inside. The brand is now embarking on a mission to launch 100% recyclable paper tubes, ensuring the saddle shape lives on without the waste. This isn't just a small design change. It's a high-stakes quest to reinvent a global icon for a more conscious and green consumer. The future of the snack depends on this delicate balance between structural perfection and environmental harmony. We've seen how a dry leaf was transformed into a mathematical masterpiece. From the physics of the stack to the man buried in the can, this is a story of how engineering conquered the snack aisle. Scaling isn't just about growth. It's about solving the problems that nature throws at you. In this case, it was air, taxes, and gravity. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give us a like and subscribe to Bizmastery. Share this with someone who needs to see the genius behind the tube. Which dry leaf problem is your business facing? And what's the weirdest Pringles flavor you've ever found? Let's discuss in the comments. I'm Lena, master your business, master your future, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.